It's October 7th, and I'm introducing my favorite aunt.
October 7th, 08.
October 7th, 08. Okay, you're on.
The first one is The Cat and the Fiddle. Hey diddle diddle, die Katz mit dem Fiddle. Die Kuh ist geflogen über den Dach. Der Hund geht da lacht, wenn sieht, sagt. Und der Topf tanzt weg mit der Lach. Number 2.
Okay, what is number 2?
Eins und zwei.
You gotta tell me which one it is, though.
Oh, I don't know what the...
You don't know the name?
No.
Okay.
Eins und steht da, zwei und geht da, drei und läuft er schnell. Schnell gelaufen, nicht getroffen, hat gefallen, Leben schwer.
Okay, can you translate it? No?
It's too
difficult?
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The
little boy laughed to see such a
no.
sight?
Let
No?
me start over again.
Okay.
Hey diddle diddle, die Katz mit dem Fiddle, die Kuh ist geflogen über den Dach. Der Hund geht da lacht, wenn sieht, sagt, und der Topf tanzt da weg mit der Lach. Period.
Period. Okay.
Right. Now what's the other one? I didn't do eins und steht da.
No?
Eins und steht da, zwei und geht da, drei und läuft er schnell. Schnell gelaufen, nicht getroffen, hat gefallen, Leben schwer. That's number 3. Number 4 is a song.
Okay, good. I like a song.
Mamala, sing mir alle, was das Mädel will. Efter will sie a Kleidl haben, darf man gehen zum Schneider sagen. Nein, Mamala, nein. Du weißt nicht, was ich mein, du kannst mir nicht verstehen. Mamala, sing mir alle, was das Mädel will. Efter will sie Schichlach haben, darf man gehen zum Schuster sagen. Nein, Mamala, nein, du weißt nicht, was ich mein, du kannst mir nicht verstehen. Mamala, sing mir alle, was das Mädel will. Efter will sie Chasne haben, darf man gehen zum Schatten sagen. Yeah, Mamala, yeah, du kannst mir jetzt verstehen, du weißt nicht, was ich mein. Period.
And what was that song about?
Mamala, sing me a song, what this little girl wants. Maybe she wants a dress, so you have to go to the tailor. So, no, Mamala, no, you don't know what I mean. You don't understand me. Mamala, sing me a song, what this little girl wants. Maybe she wants maybe she wants to get married. Darf man gehen zum Schatten, to the matchmaker sagen. Yeah, Mamala, yeah, du weißt nicht, was ich mein, du kannst mich schön verstehen. I flubbed it up.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I flubbed it up.
Okay.
Ring die Glocken, ring die ganze Weg. Heute ist gut und heute ist fein zu schlitten mit der Pferd. Ring die Glocken, ring die ganze Weg. Heute ist gut und heute ist fein zu schlitten mit der Pferd. I don't have to repeat that.
No?
No, because it's jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride with a horse.
Okay, sing it one more time. Ring in Yiddish.
In Jewish?
Yeah.
Ring die Glocken, ring die ganze Weg. Heute ist gut und heute ist fein zu schlitten mit der Pferd. Ring die Glocken, ring die ganze Weg. Heute ist gut und heute ist fein zu schlitten mit der Pferd.
Okay, do you know any other little Jewish songs?
Not Jewish, no.
Okay, what other songs do you know? Give me the song you sang the other night at the Rosh Hashanah dinner. The toast you made.
Which one was that?
Wait a minute. Let me put on
Oh.
pause.
Oh,
Okay, give me a little
He-
toast.
Here's to you that wish me well, and those that don't can go to hell.
Okay.
That's all. Now the other English one was, I had a dear old daddy for whom I always pray. He had a set of whiskers, they're always in the way. They're always in the way. They're always in the way. Mother eats them in her sleep. She thinks she's eating shredded wheat. They're always in the way. They're always in the way. When Daddy goes to war, he fools the enemy. He wraps his whiskers round him. They think he is a tree. They're always in the way. They're always in the way. Mother eats them in her sleep. She thinks she's eating shredded wheat. When Daddy goes a-swimming, no bathing suit for him. He wraps his whiskers round him and then he plunges in. They're always in the way. They're always in the way. Mother eats them in her sleep. She thinks she's eating shredded wheat, period. That's all. George.
Okay.
Oh, Charlotte married my brother George, and then she became pregnant and had Martin, and then 13 months later, she was pregnant again with Larry. That we called him Larry.
Yeah, you can call him Larry.
And it was January, and they were expecting a snowstorm.
Yeah, I like that story.
And we walked up the hill in Everett because, we took her there, but George didn't have the right papers, so we had to go back to Chelsea. And by then, it
And you were in
really
Everett, right?
Yeah, really snowed in Everett. And we had a big hill to walk up because we couldn't take the car. And I had just gotten Maxine, I adopted, and so I left her home with my mother and my husband. My mother gave him supper and took care of the baby. The second time, we couldn't make the hill, as I said.
It was
before.
Whidden Memorial, right?
Yeah, Whidden Memorial Hospital. We walked up the hill, and by then, the baby was born. He came out the most beautiful baby that we've ever seen. And then, they lived in Chelsea on Poplar Street. And my mother, the Bobby of the children, she used to go down there and help take care of them. And one day, Martin was in his crib, and he took all his poop and he threw it on the sink, on the ceiling.
Oh, how disgusting.
And my mother and his grandfather, Harry, came and cleaned it all up. And Larry Marshall was the most beautiful baby. And then she got ready to go to work 5 years later, and boom, she was at my house for New Year's Eve, and she becomes pregnant with a girl, with Bonnie.
Me.
So she had Bonnie, and Bonnie grew up, and she used to come to my house to play with
Judy.
Judy, and she slept over on the hide bed with Judy, with both of them their thumbs in their mouth. I remember that.
Always.
And then Charlotte became pregnant again with Robert.
That was the drunken nights.
Yeah, and he came out. Wasn't there at his birth. I was just at Larry's birth. And
then there was that other story.
they lived on Poplar Street.
They were still living on Poplar Street? They weren't living on
when
Poplar Street.
Marshall was born.
Yeah.
And then they bought the house on Cottage Street, and that's where Bonnie and Robert were born.
No, I wasn't born there. I was born in the projects.
Oh,
No, I was born in Saipan Road.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
I was born in Saipan Road.
South Saipan Road in the project, yeah. Then they bought the house on Cottage Street.
Yeah, but we lived in a lot of other places way before that.
I don't,
We lived on we lived on Saipan Road, and then we went to the projects on Central Ave,
yeah,
and then after Central Ave we went to Marlborough Street,
yeah.
and then after Marlborough Street we went to Bellingham Street,
Oh, I forgot all about
and then
those
finally we went to Cottage Street, and that's the first house they bought, was on, first and only house they bought was on Cottage
And
Street.
then when the neighbor moved out of the attic, their daughter Bonnie moved upstairs.
Upstairs.
Then they came to visit me and Abby in Florida 25 years ago, and they fell in love with my apartment. Otherwise, my brother George said that when I bought my house in Mattapan, it's a shit box, he said, because he thought it was so small. But we enjoyed the 15 years together with all their children and my children and my brother's children.
That was a wonderful house. I love that house.
It really was.
All the picnics in the backyard.
Yeah,
That was so good.
yeah.
That's when Martin got
That's-
married back there. He had his wedding reception
That's
back
right.
there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then Charlotte and George came to us and said that Martin and Elaine gonna get married. She's gonna make a reception like in her backyard. And I said, how can you make a reception there with the garbage truck?
Cans.
And so I said to my mother, and I told her what's happened. She said, all right, so we'll have it in the backyard. So she got busy, and we invited the two families, and we had a beautiful reception for Martin and Elaine.
Yeah, that was a nice time.
Yeah, it was nice. And then Charlotte and George came to visit me, and they went to their Aunt Rosa's for a few days because she'd get mad if she just stayed with me,
That's for sure.
because she always stayed there and we just moved in. Well, they liked the apartment, and so they went and gave a deposit. There was nothing there yet, just land.
Yeah, was it deserted out
and
here?
Bonnie was living in Florida, so they moved in, and we had very good times together until, unfortunately, Uncle George died young, and then Aunt Charlotte died young.
Yep.
What else can I say? She just used to send me cards and say to my sister, she considered me her sister, not her sister-in-law.
That's right.
Yeah. And oh, we used to have good times. We used to go, Rosie, your mother and I, Charlotte and I, we used to go out for dinners, luncheons and coffee together.
That's what Auntie Rosie was talking about today when I
And
called her up for
we
her
were
birthday.
We called each other the Three Musketeers, and we laughed, and we had a lot of fun,
Yep, she was reminiscing
Those were
today
the-
when I spoke to her.
Those were the days.
Yep,
Yeah.
just like the song.
And one day, we were in a Chinese restaurant in Del Rey, and two women were sitting across from us laughing. So Rosie went over to them and asked them what they were laughing about, and they said they were laughing about something that they read in the paper in Jewish, about 3 Indians. I don't know the whole thing by heart, so I can't give it to you.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's a story about the 3 Indians with Pocahontas and Shlomovitz, something like that. Someday I'll recite the whole poem to you.
Yep, you had great times. It was
Yeah.
always fun
Yeah,
times.
we always had fun wherever we went.
Always peeing in your
And so
pants.
that everybody was surprised that we called each other the Three Musketeers. They couldn't believe we were sister-in-laws.
I know.
We considered each other sisters.
Yep, it was wonderful.
And, unfortunately, it didn't end up the way we would have liked to.
No,
You know, and
but you still had a good life.
yeah, and that's about it.
Okay.
I'm still using your mother's rubs if I have to stick it up my rear end.
We don't have to hear that, Auntie Ida.
And that is it.
Okay. We'll say goodbye for now?
Oh, I love you for now.
Okay.
Bye-bye. So long.
So long. We don't say goodbye. We say so long.
So long.
The Hitra Ode in Hebrew means see you later. 'Cause
Alligator.
see you later, alligator. We'll tape again another day, and we'll have more stories to tell.
Oh, this is a long one. It's the funniest thing I ever read.
Oh, the Pocahontas thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, isn't that the Yiddish thing that you gave me?
Probably.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now.
See you later.
So long.
So